Good morning. My name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach, a life coach, and the host of this show, the Take Your Life Back Today radio show. You can see a video version of this if you go to YouTube under channel Take Your Life Back Today show. You're going to hear beeping in the background. People are emailing me as I'm doing this show, so sorry for the interruption. Let's talk about dreaming. Greatness is in all of us. Greatness is not this wonderful, esoteric, elusive, godlike feature that only the special among us ever taste. You know, it's something that truly exists in all of us. It's that simple. This is what I believe, and I'm willing to take this to bed, period. It's that simple, and that's all I need to know. So from where you do, wherever you are and whatever you do, start dreaming. I love living. I think that's infectious. It's something that you can't fake. We all have talent and skill, don't we? The separation of talent and skill is one of the greatest misunderstood concepts for people who are trying to excel, who have dreams and who want to do things. Talent you have naturally. Skill is only developed by hours and hours and hours of beating on your craft. It's to continuously do. I never really viewed myself as particularly talented. Where I excel is ridiculously sickening worth ethic. You know, while the other guys are sleeping, I'm working. While the other guys are eating, I'm working. While I realize very, very young that there's no easy way around it. No matter how talented you are, you're going to fail. If you're not skilled, if you don't study, if you don't work really hard and dedicate yourself to being better every single day, you'll never be able to communicate with people within your own circle or around your circle. We must work harder. We must work harder than everyone else. I just told my daughter that you have to be the hardest worker that there is. The only thing that I can see that is distinctly different about me is I'm not afraid to give it my best shot trying, challenging things. You might have more talent than me. You might be smarter than me. You might even be better looking than me. Not that I'm good looking at all. But of all those things, you have to be more aggressive and determined than me. But if we both try challenging things and we try together, there's two things I can guarantee you. That you'll quit and I'm never going to quit. It's really that simple. You're not going to outwork me. It's such a simple concept. The majority of people who aren't getting to the places they want aren't achieving the things that they really want. It's because they're strictly giving up. They're being outworked and missing crucial opportunities. I say this all the time. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Always be ready. We need to take one step and one step at a time in life. You don't try to build a wall. You don't set out to build a wall. You don't say, I'm going to build the biggest, baddest wall that's ever been built. You say, I'm going to lay this brick as perfectly as a brick can be laid. And you do that every single day. And soon you have that mighty wall. It's difficult to take the first step when you look how big the task is. The task is never huge to me. It's always one brick at a time, just like when I became sober, one day at a time. If you get your priorities straight, it's really that simple. You don't have to make a decision about what you're going to do. You've already made that decision ahead of time because passion and emotion in the moment is always going to give you the wrong answer. So if you do the math ahead of time, it's not an issue in the moment. Do the math. We need to make a difference in life. You, my friend, need to make a difference in life. You know, it's an idea that a friend of mine's mother had, and she was going to constantly be better than the next person. She always instilled the spiritual responsibility in my friend that you have to make every group you come into contact with better than you are. I want to do good. I want the world to be better because I was here. I want my life. I want my work. I want my family. I want it to mean something. It's like if you're not making someone else's life better than what you are experiencing, then, my friend, you are wasting your time. Your life will become better by making other people's lives better. It's that simple. We need to represent an idea. You need to create magic in your life. I want to represent an idea. I want to represent possibilities. I want to represent hope. I want to represent gratitude. I want to represent the best in me so that you will represent the best in you. I want you to constantly go to the next level. And I just believe that. I believe that I can create whatever I want to create. And when I do, you can do the same. The first step before anybody else in the world believes is that you have to believe it yourself, that you're capable of doing this. There is no reason to have a plan B in life because it distracts from your plan A. I think there's a certain delusional quality that all successful people have to have. You have to believe that something different than what has happened for the past 50 million years of history. You have to believe that something different can happen to you because you are God's creation. Never be realistic, my friends. Confucius said, he who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right. Being realistic is the most commonly traveled road to mediocrity. Why would you be realistic? What's the point of being realistic? I'm going to do it. It's done. It's already done. As soon as I decide, it's done. It's already done, and now we just got to wait for you all to see that I have completed. It's unrealistic to walk into a room, flick a switch, and the lights come on. Fortunately, Edison didn't think so. It's unrealistic to think that you're going to bend a piece of metal and fly people over an ocean in that metal. That's unrealistic. But fortunately, the Wright brothers and others didn't believe that. It's just seems like such a ridiculous idea to me to embrace the idea that it's not going to happen or that it's not real for that to happen. As soon as you say it now, you just made it real. Our thoughts, our feelings, our dreams, and our ideas are physical in this world. What if we dream something? If we picture something and commit ourselves to it, then that is a physical trust and a physical thrust towards realization that we can put into the world. That the world is not a thing that's going to push us around. The world and people and situations are something that are going to push us around. That we are going to bend the world, the universe, and demand that the universe become what we want it to be. I have studied the patterns of the universe. There's a redemptive power that making a choice has, rather than feeling like you're at the effect to all other things that are happening in the last 50 years. Will Smith once said to trust and to trust God, and I believe that. Make a choice. You're just going to decide what it's going to be. Who are you going to be? You just decide. And then from that point, God is going to get out of your way. It's water. It wants to move and go around stuff. There's a flow of God that I have grown to know just how to go with it. Because I trust that God guides and directs me each and every day. We must focus and we must be fearless in life. I've realized that to have a level of success, I want to have it difficult to spread it out and to do multiple things. It takes such a desperate, obsessive focus. You really have to focus with all of your fiber and all of your heart and all your creativity. You have to keep focusing. I'm motivated by fear. Fear of fear. I hate being scared to do something. I think what developed in my early days was the attitude that I started attacking things that I was scared of. Friends, there are so many people who have lived and died before you and will never have a new problem. Somebody wrote the answer down in a book somewhere that said, I should have tried. Just the idea that everything you need to know, someone has written down. You can't be scared to die for the truth. The truth is that the only thing that's ever going to be constant is that you can't fear what might have happened to you, and you'll never know because you'd even try. Because what happens to you if you don't tell the truth is worse than telling the truth will ever be. I look for the pursuit of happiness in every moment of my life. Don't you ever let somebody tell you that you can't do something, because you can do anything you set your mind to with the power and the guidance of God. You want something, you have to get it, period. Reach out to God. Call me at 844-405-HELP. Together we can help each other take our lives back. Be good to yourselves and always be good to each other. May the Almighty God protect you and watch over you, and may God guide and direct you. May God bless you. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Remember, God truly loves you. He gave his son for you. Would you do that for anyone? He did it for you. May God bless you and take good care. Bye-bye now. Remember that God truly, truly cares.